Hello everyone, welcome back to Kiran's English Hub. So in this video, we are going to see the general instructions which are given by the Telangana government for the upcoming 2023 year's 10th and 9th class examination, that is final examination. So they have given a rough copy of what the model paper is going to be and what the syllabus they are going to give, how many sections are given, and in each section how many questions are given, and in each question how many marks does it carry. So if you look at the PDF which is given by the government here, so we have some of the instructions in the beginning. Those instructions are not that important because that is all related to syllabus. What we will see here is the weightage table of English marks. So this is the table which consists the weightage of all the questions. So we have two sections altogether, combining this Roman number 1 and 2, this number 1 and 2, these together are one section, and second section is section B, and in that you are going to see grammar and vocabulary. See, my dear students, the paper pattern is almost like the previous one only, but there are some minute changes which are added apart from the previous paper. సో తెలుగు మీడియం పిల్లలకు చెప్పేది ఏంటి అని అంటే, ఈ వీడియోలో మనము రీసెంట్గా తెలంగాణ గవర్నమెంట్ రిలీజ్ చేసినటువంటి అప్డేటెడ్ టైం టేబుల్ ఫర్ ద అప్కమింగ్ 2023 ఎగ్జామినేషన్స్, ఆ టైం టేబుల్ లో ఉన్నటువంటి సిలబస్, ఆ పేపర్ ప్యాటర్న్ ఏదైతే ఉందో మోడల్ పేపర్, అలాగే ఈచ్ క్వశ్చన్కి ఎన్ని మార్క్స్ వెయిటేజ్ ఉంది, అదంతా నేను మీకు పేపర్ ప్యాటర్న్ అంతా ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయబోతున్నాను. సో ప్లీజ్ మేక్ షూర్ దట్ I'm going to speak both in Telugu and English to make the students convenient, all the students. So let us first see what are the weightage that are given here. So we all have three sections in this paper. Section 1 is reading comprehension, as we can see. Section 2 is creative writing. These two are together part of section A. Next, another section is grammar and vocabulary. Okay, so if you look at the first one, this is all reading comprehension. So reading comprehension section 1, that also question number 1, so that is nothing but a reading A. So this is a paragraph which will be given to you, reading comprehension, and this reading comprehension is going to come from your textbook reading A. So this is completely from the textbook dependent only, so you need not to check for any other passages which are outside the textbook. So from all the lessons, out of eight lessons you have, from all the reading is, from any one of the reading A, you might get this reading comprehension. So in this reading comprehension, you will have 4 questions, and each question is marked as 3, and 4 into 3 is equal to 12 marks. Okay, so 4 3s are 12 here. So that is for first reading comprehension, that is from the reading A. Next, in the same section only, we have another reading comprehension, but here the reading comprehension is from B and C readings. So in the above, as you can see, this is from reading A. The above one is from reading A, and the below one is from reading B or C. So most probably, I think it would be mostly from C, because reading B consists poem. You all know that, right? Reading B consists poem. So most probably this reading comprehension could be given from reading C. That is my expectation, my guess, that's it. And in the same way, 4 3s are 12 again, 4 questions will be given, and each question is awarded 3 marks, and that is into 12 marks. So here we have got 12 marks, and here we have got 12 marks. So with just reading comprehension of these two, reading A, reading BC, you are going to cover 12 plus 12, that is 24 marks. So all paper is going to be for, altogether the paper is going to be for 80 marks, as you all know. So in this 80 marks, we are covering almost like the 24 marks here in the first section. Next, in the same section, we have study skills. This is a new section added recently. This section was not there previously. Okay, so study skills is an independent section. Independent section in the sense it is not from reading A, not from reading B, not from reading C. It is completely outside the textbook one. Okay, so please focus very carefully on this. And this study skills is nothing but, this is given in the form of pie charts. This is given in the form of tree diagrams, pie diagrams, as well as ratios symbols and all. So this again has 4 questions, but here each question carries only 2 marks. So 4 into 2 is equal to 8. 4 to the 8 here. Next, we have passage or poem. So again, it can be passage or it can be poem, and this is also not going to be from the textbook. This is also independent. See, remember, wherever you find this word independent, remember, they are not from the textbook. They are completely out of the textbook ones. So from out of the textbook, one thing that you have here is study skill. Study skill is nothing but you have to cleanly understand a pie chart or a tree diagram, whatever that is given there, and later you have to answer the questions that are followed. Now coming to this poem, which is independent, again independent in the sense not from the textbook. Again, this poem or passage, it has 5 marks, and 5 ones are again 5. So you are going to carry only one each mark, 1 mark for each question. Next section, very important section. This is all completely related to reading skill. So you have to read the above topics, whatever that are given, the passage or the poem, and you have to answer the questions. Now coming to creative writing. In creative writing, we have major discourse and minor discourse. Okay, students. Now in major discourse, so major discourse చూసినట్లయితే, you have group A and group B. Group A and group B is nothing but you have 2 questions, internal choice. In major discourse, you have internal choice. So you have question number 1 and you have question number 2. So you can write question number 1 or you can write question number 2. So you have to write any one question only. So ఒక క్వశ్చన్ కి వచ్చేసి ఇక్కడ 10 మార్క్స్ ఉంటాయి. So this is major discourse. This has internal choice. This has internal choice. This is the only section which has internal choice in the whole paper. Okay, keep this in your mind. So you have here you have some flexibility of answering easily. Next, coming to minor discourse. Remember, here in minor discourse, again you have 2 questions. Group A, group B in the sense question number 1, question number 2. But remember, you don't have any minor discourse internal choice. Only in the major discourse you have internal choice, my dear students. But coming to the minor discourse, you don't have any internal choice. And remember, you have to write 2 minor discourses, and each one carries 5 marks, and 2 5s are is equal to 10. So here you have to write only one question into 10 is equal to 10, and here you have to write 2 minor discourses, carries only 5 marks each, and again it is altogether 10. So just in the discourses section, you are going to come across 20 marks. Just in the discourses you will gain 20 marks. So you should make sure that. Next one, you have sentences editing. Coming to grammar and vocabulary, this is completely part B or section B. In this you have textbook editing. Textbook editing is nothing but you have a passage, and you need to edit it clearly. So there also you have 5 questions, and each question carries only 1 mark, and you have 5 ones are 5. Next, transformation of sentences. It is independent. Independent in the sense it can be from anywhere out of the textbook. It is not from the textbook. So transformation of the sentence is nothing but changing the sentence from simple, compound, complex, or changing the sentence from active to passive, passive to active, direct to indirect, indirect to direct, or changing the sentence from one degree to another degree, simple, compound, complex sentence and all. And here you altogether have one paragraph, like consists of one group here. So this carries totally 8 marks. That means you totally have to change 8 sentences. So it carries 8 marks. Okay. Next one is close test. Again, this is also independent, as you can see. Independent is in the sense not from the textbook. So again, it is independent, and close test consists 5 questions. That means 5 blanks, and 5 blanks into 1 is equal to 5. Next one, elements of vocabulary. Vocabulary is nothing but synonyms, antonyms, root words and all. So this is completely from the textbook. As you can see, this is completely from the textbook. So you need to focus on the vocabulary which is given in the textbook, and you will come across 5 vocabulary. That means 5 questions carrying 1 mark, and 5 ones are 5. So altogether you are going to carry 80 marks in your written examination, and 20 marks you will see in your internal section. So let us once see the question paper that is given. It is the same one just we have discussed before. Let us once check at the look at the question paper. So this is the model question paper you are going to get. This is how question paper will be given to you. So time 3 hours, maximum marks 80. Read the question paper carefully. Answer the questions under part A in the answer booklet. Remember, my dear students, you have to answer the questions under part A in answer booklet only. You should not mark your answers in the question paper. You have to write in the answer booklet. Next, write the answers to the question under part B in the question paper. Okay, now look at this very carefully. This one, part B, you must write it in the question paper itself, but part A you have to write in a booklet paper. Next, avoid overwriting. Overwriting is in the sense corrections and all. You should not make a lot of corrections, striking outs and all. That will give less impression for the evaluator. So let us look at part A as we have discussed before. So part A, it consists 60 marks. Only in part A there is 60 marks. Part B 20 marks. So as you can see, part A, there is a reading passage. So this is all the reading passage which is from reading A. This is from reading A. So one day he invited me to home for his meal. His wife was horrified at the idea of the Muslim boy being invited to dine in a ritually pure kitchen. This is the passage from my childhood text. So this is how you're going to get your first passage A, that is from reading A. So in this you have 4 questions. So 4 into 3 marks is equal to 12. 4 3s are 12 marks. So you have to write a question in such a way that it covers 3 marks. So each question you should write in a way of 3 marks. Next one, this is again another reading comprehension. This is from reading B or reading C. So this might be from reading C. So once look at this, I will do it. This is a lesson you have. So again from this you have 4 questions, and remember each one again carries 3 marks. So in reading A, from reading A have one passage carries 12 marks. Again from reading B or C you again have 12 marks. Okay. So next one, this is what I told you about studying exercises, studying comprehensions or reading. This is not reading comprehension. This is all related to study skills. So here you have a pie chart. You might get different charts. Like let me show you the beginning ones. So once look at this, there might be tables, there might be pie charts, bar graphs, flow charts, tree diagrams and all. This is from independent source. Independent source in the sense not from the textbook, remember that. So you might get any one of these: table, pie charts, bar graphs, flow charts, tree diagram. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are the 5 parts from where they would give any question for this section. So this section is nothing but here you have a pie diagram. So pie diagram in the model of this circle. So there are some percentages given, and below that there are questions. So looking at this pie diagram, what do you understand? So looking at the picture, you have to answer these questions here. So you have 4 questions in that way: 9, 10, 11, 12, and each one carries 2 marks here. So it is altogether 8 marks. Next, moving to 13. So here read the passage given below, focusing on the parts that are underlined. Answer any 4 of the questions as directed and write them in the answer booklet. So these are nothing but you have to change the sentences with the help of the given indicators. పైన ఇచ్చిన పారాగ్రాఫ్ ఏదైతే ఉందో పారాగ్రాఫ్ లో టోటల్ గా మీకు 6 సెంటెన్సెస్ అండర్లైన్ ఇచ్చారు. అక్కడ 6 సెంటెన్సెస్ లో యూ హావ్ టు ఆన్సర్ ఎనీ 4 ఆఫ్ ద క్వశ్చన్స్. ఇది మీకు చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. హియర్ యూ హ్యావ్ an opportunity, a flexibility to make sure that your answer is correct. So 6 questions లో మీరు రాయాల్సింది ఎన్ని అని అంటే ఓన్లీ 4 మాత్రమే. Remember this, my dear students, very carefully. So out of 6 questions you will have to write only 4, any 4. I have 6 questions here. See, coffee is one of the most popular drinks in the world. This is a sentence. So rewrite the sentence using very few. This is nothing but the sentence transformation. Sentence transformation is nothing but related to degrees of comparison. So if you are good with degrees of comparison, then you can change this first sentence. So this is how, if you are able to do that, you can do that, or you can jump to the next one. It has caffeine, it stimulates our mind. So look at this, you have to connect the sentence using which is used as conjunction, in this case subordinating conjunction. So you have to change the sentence using which. So this is how you have to change any 4 of the sentences. Next, coming to important section here, This is what we were discussing as the important one. This is all nothing but major discourse. See, in question number 14 till here, these are the two questions you have. They are connected with R. As you can see, they are connected with R. R is nothing but it is just giving an option of answering this question or this question. So these two are major discourses. Out of these two major discourses, you have to write any one, and that carries 10 marks. Okay, that carries 10 marks here. Next, continuation, you have question number 15, question number 16. These two are minor discourses. You have to write two questions here. If you there is no internal choice between 15 and 16. Only in 14 you have internal choice, this or this. But coming to 15, 16, you don't have any internal choice. You have to write two questions for sure. So in these two, 15th question, as you can see, this is somewhat related to the text you have. But if you look at this, imagine you are the eyewitness of the accident and write a diary entry. So as you can see, this is completely out of the box. That means out of the text. So this is also independent one. So you should make sure that you practice this major and minor discourses carefully, my dear students. So together you have this 10, 5 and 5. So you have 20 marks here in this section. You have 20 marks. So make sure you do not miss these marks. You have to write it carefully. Okay. Next one. Here we are going to part B. So far we have completed, in the first section we have completed two RCs. One is from reading A, another one is from reading B or C. Next continuation, we have pie chart. It can be pie chart, it can be tree diagram, it can be a table, it can be flow chart, whatever. Next one is sentence rewriting here. So you have to rewrite the sentences according to the given indicators. Next, coming to next section, that is major this one discourse. In the major discourse, you have alternatives 1 or 2. So you can write the above one or you can write the below one. Okay, whatever the one that you write, it carries 10 marks. Next, coming to last section of this one, this is nothing but minor discourse. So in the minor discourse, you don't have any alternative, my dear students. You have to write these two, and each one carries 5 marks here. Okay, so here it is 5 marks and here it is 5 marks. Next, here we have part B. Now, as you can see, answer the questions on the question paper itself and attach it to the answer booklet of part A. Remember, my dear students, in part A, you have to write in the booklet. You will be given a booklet. You have to write it descriptively. It is a descriptive writing. You have to use pen and paper. You have to write completely. Next, coming to part B is a grammar part. In this grammar part can be answered there itself. That means on this paper only you can answer all the questions, and this part B must be attached to part A of the booklet. So part A you will be writing in booklet, right? So that booklet must be added to this one, this part B. Okay. Now look at the first section. Read the following poem. So it can be a poem, it can be a small passage, whatever. Now after reading this poem, now answer the questions. In each question has 4 choices. Choose the answer from and write A, B, C, D. It is only just like choosing the options. So as you can see, there is a poem, there is a question, and under the question there are options. This is all not descriptive, this is objective. So who has seen the wind? Neither I nor you. It means what? Okay, so we have to select one option. So this is how we have 5 questions and each one carries 1 mark. Together it is 5 marks. So these are the questions, just like this till 21. Next, coming to 26 here. In the following passage, 5 sentences are numbered and each one of them has an error. Okay, this is error sentences. Correct them and rewrite them in the given space. Remember, my dear students, you should, for example, I gave him the can of wine. This is one sentence. If at all there is an error for sure. Okay, each sentence has an error. They are already mentioning it. So there is an error. So what you have to do is you have to rewrite the complete sentence from there. Okay, so you have to immediately make sure that you write the whole sentence here. Okay, you have to rewrite the complete sentence. Don't till here, whatever the space that you have, you can make use of all this space. So that is how you totally have 5 blanks here. 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26. So you have to rewrite each sentence here, but you have to make sure that you write them correctly. When you rewrite, you write them correctly. And remember, my dear students, some students write in a flow. That means if at all, let us say my father carrying, imagine this is a wrong sentence here, wrong part. So while focusing on this wrong part, some students might make some other spelling mistake or other grammar mistake in the other remaining part, whatever the part that is correct. So while rewriting these sentences, you should make sure that you have to write each and every word properly, looking at the above paragraphs, above sentences. Next one, another important one here, that is cloze test. In the cloze test, you have blanks mentioned 27, 28, 29, 30, and 31. And for each blank, for example, for 29, for 27, as you can see here, you have four options: so, and, at, and but. So which of these four options is suitable in 27th blank only? Again 28, it has four options. Again, this is another one. Okay, again 28, it has four options. So this is how each option has each blank has four options. Now to select the options which are suitable in these blanks. Okay students, next one, what we have next here is read the following passage with focus on underlined parts and answer them as directed. So this is the last section which we have. So in this section, what we have here is we have some of the words highlighted. Okay, I'm highlighting them again. So one is amazed, another one is son, another one is a servant here. Okay, another one is a playmate here. Next one, another one is comments. These are the five words which are underlined. So for each of the words mentioned as their question numbers, you have one question for them. For example, amazed is the word. Write the meaning of the underlined word. Meaning is nothing but synonym of the word. So what do you mean by amazed? Next, coming to 33, replace the underlined word with the correct one which is pronounced similarly. So the boy was the son, son of the servant, not sun. It must be son. So that is how you have to correct the word and rewrite. So but you have to be very careful in reading each of these directions. So in the next one, we have opposite one, servant, and opposite of servant is what? Next, playmate, replace underline with its correct form. We have to go with the playmate or playmates. They were playmates or playmate. They in the sense plural, right? So I have to go with playmates. Replace the underline with the suitable word. Again, you have to go with the suitable word here. So this is how the vocabulary section is continued. Okay, my dear students. So hope you have understood well. మీకు అందరికి అర్థమైందని అనుకుంటున్నాను. So altogether, what you have to focus here is we have totally three sections. So as you can see here, it is given as part A here, as you can see. And part A, reading comprehension text A, reading comprehension text B or C, reading from B or C. Reading skills, this is a independent one. This is nothing but related to pie charts. Next, grammar and vocabulary transformation of the sentences. This is different cases. This major discourse, you have alternatives there, and these two are minor discourses. Next, coming to part B, we have four sections in part B. One is poem or passage, another one is grammar and vocabulary, another one is grammar vocabulary cloze test, another one is vocabulary, elements of vocabulary. So in all these cases, this is all 20 marks. The part B section is 20 marks and part A section is 60 marks. So it is altogether 80 marks, my dear students. So this is the paper model that we have. This is a new model. So I hope you understood this, and if you have understood, please hit on the like button. And before you could leave, if you are a new subscriber, please subscribe to the channel for the updates, further updates. And whoever want me to solve the grammar part of this question paper, please comment it in the comment box so we can practice some of the model papers before we go to our examination. So thank you, my dear students, for watching. See you all in the next video.